Hey Bálint, I've been noticing more and more people using dashcams in their cars lately. Are they really that helpful, or are they more of a legal headache?
Hey Dóri, great question. Honestly, dashcams can be incredibly helpful, but they also come with legal risks if you don't use them properly. On one hand, they can provide solid evidence in case of an accident or dispute. But on the other, if you ignore certain rules, especially around data protection, you could end up facing fines.
Okay, so let's start with the basics. Are dashcams actually legal everywhere?
That's the tricky part. There's no global standard when it comes to dashcam regulations. Some countries, like Portugal, actually ban them completely. Even owning one could get you fined. Others, like Austria or Luxembourg, allow them, but with very strict rules. For instance, if you upload footage online where people or license plates can be identified, you could face a fine of up to €25,000.
Wow, that's serious. What about countries like Germany or the UK?
Germany's law focuses a lot on privacy. Dashcams are allowed, but you can't record people unnecessarily or film private property. In the UK, things are a bit more structured, especially for business vehicles. Recordings must comply with data protection laws like UK GDPR. The camera can't obstruct the driver's view, and any footage must be handled carefully. Courts do accept dashcam footage, but if it's misused, there can be consequences.
Interesting. So if I take my car with a dashcam on a road trip abroad, I should definitely check local laws first, right?
Exactly. The laws of the country you're in will apply, even if you installed the camera at home. So it's always smart to do a bit of research before you travel.
And what about Hungary? What are the rules here?
In Hungary, dashcams are allowed, but you need to respect both road safety and data protection regulations. For example, the camera shouldn't block your view or interfere with detecting traffic signals. It also needs to be securely mounted. But more importantly, under the EU's GDPR, which applies here, dashcams are considered data processing tools. They record personal data, like license plates and people's faces, so you can only use the footage for legitimate purposes, like proving an accident. You can't store the videos indefinitely or share them freely.
So if I just keep recording everything all the time and post it online, that's not okay.
Exactly. That would be considered excessive data processing, and you could get fined. You also have to inform people if you're recording, and if you want to publish footage that shows identifiable individuals, you need their consent.
That makes sense. But what happens if it's a company car? Can employers just install dashcams in fleet vehicles?
That's a bit more complex. Employers need to balance road safety, data protection, and labour law considerations. If a company wants to install dashcams, they should conduct what's called a legitimate interest assessment and update their internal privacy policies. They also have to clearly inform employees about the cameras, what they're recording, why, and how the data will be used.
So transparency is key here too.
Exactly. It's not just about compliance, it's about trust.
And where is this all heading? Do you think the laws will catch up with the technology?
I hope so. Right now, there's a lot of inconsistency across Europe. A unified EU regulation could help make things clearer and easier for everyone, especially for drivers who cross borders. Also, newer technologies like automatic blurring of faces and license plates or auto deletion of unused footage could help address data protection concerns.
That sounds promising. Maybe even some kind of simplified authorization system.
Exactly. If authorities created a standardized, easy-to-use licensing or registration system that could help ensure lawful use without overwhelming everyday drivers. But until then, the best we can do is stay informed and respect privacy laws.
So in short, Dashcams can definitely help us stay safer on the road, but only if we use them responsibly and legally.
Absolutely. It's all about using tech wisely, with a little legal awareness.
Thanks, Bálint. That was super helpful. I think a lot of people will be surprised by some of these legal aspects.
Glad to be here. Always happy to talk law and tech.